Greetings, this is KShar. I want to start this video with telling you what love is. We are getting this video ready for Valentine's Day. I had some requests about how to surprise your partner, what to do for Valentine's Day. Before we get into that, I want to give you a few pointers on what to expect, because we don't want to surprise somebody that we don't know. The thing that you need to do and know in any relationship is to get to know your partner, because love is an international language, but it does have different meanings to different people. What love means to me may be completely different than what it means to you. So when two people live together and love each other, what they need to do is to get to know each other good enough so we'll be able to see what love is through his eyes or her eyes. And that's what Valentine's Day is all about. Valentine's Day is every day. So if you have a big fight on the February 13th, don't think that if you go and spend $100 on a dozen of roses, it's going to, the February the 13th is going to vanish. It's not. So that's why I'm doing this video about a month ahead of time, to give you enough time to work toward that goal, step by step, so on February 13th you'll be ready to take off. You have to be ready. So starting today, you get to know your partner and work on that from that angle. What does he want? What does she want? Don't go out of your way getting him something for Valentine's Day that you want, because he's not going to appreciate that, and that you won't like that because he's not going to respond the way that you wanted him to. Give him what he wants. And one other thing I want to tell you, when you go to a bank and you want to withdraw some money, you have to have the money in the account before you can withdraw it. But we all neglect to see that we always want to withdraw love without having anything in there. So what you need to do to make sure that there is enough love in your account, by that I mean that you have invested enough love so you can withdraw, so you can expect your partner to give you some love. Don't wait for him to give it to you and then say, okay, let me get love and then I'm going to give some in return. No, always make sure that you are the first one that gives. So we're going to talk about Valentine's Day and what we need to do. Valentine's Day is a day that you want to tell your partner that how much you care. And this is something that it's going on every day, but you want to emphasize that day. So what you need to do is to plan a day. What am I going to do that day? You don't have to spend a lot of money going out of your way, getting things, and trying to impress your partner. If you know your partner, then you go. If your partner is someone that will be impressed with money, then that's what you need to do. Most probably you are the same kind also. But what I have today, what I'm showing you today, is that always measure love with life. Imagine the person that you love the most, you spend most of your life with. So it's life and it's priceless. Time is priceless. So what you can give your partner is time and your life. So get a very nice card and do not go and write a big letter, or just simple, very simple. And find out, for instance, if you have a simple space, where does he go first or where does she go first as they walk in? Let's say, for instance, that they walk in and you have a hallway that he goes to the hallway and before he goes to his to the room or whatever. Get couple frames. I just got this from dollar store. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get what you want. So get these. Write a nice note, something that, you know, something nice. My heart is at ease because it's in your hand. I feel lighter since you've come to my life because you're carrying my heart. You know, these are all KShar quotes, so make sure, you know, with your own handwriting. Very nice, just get a frame, this is $1. And instead the picture, put that writing in here and put it at the entry where he comes, so he will see that. Like this, when he walks in, he'll see that. And you want to be a little bit more, just give it a touch. You don't have to have a dozen of roses to show that you care. Just look at this. What difference that makes. Go into your garage, go to whatever you have, the things that you have. Like I found this in my garage. I've had it a long time ago. So I'm going to cut this off. And use the red ribbon because it's Valentine's Day. And don't go red on red on red because that looks tacky. So do something like this. This is a red ribbon. Put a rose in it. Something longer. You can do something like this, right, where he comes in. And he sees what you're trying to do. And in the morning, before he goes to work, another thing that you can do is if you pack his lunch or you pack her lunch or whatever, very nicely, what you do every day, if it's a sandwich and you have made the sandwich, and you put the sandwich in a bag, fold it. That's a surprise. When he opens his lunch box, he knows that's what you're trying to do. Wrap his lunch. This is just a simple way of telling someone that I care and I love you. It doesn't have to be so when he opens that lunch box and he sees that how much time you have put in his lunch today, you know, that he would appreciate that. Then he would try to do, or she would try to do the same thing for you. This is his lunch. You're giving him an apple. Make sure that you're giving him the red apple. Don't go and put a red ribbon around the apple. Do something with a white ribbon. If you have a nice handwriting, you can write here, I love you, or you're in my heart, happy Valentine's Day, honey, whatever you want. So if you put something, you prepared his lunch or her lunch, that's when he walks in. Let's say that you don't have an entry. What you can do, you can write a nice note or do an envelope with the Valentine's Day card in it. Now I'll show you what to do with this. Then you can wrap this envelope very nicely and hang it on the door. So when he comes or when she comes, you guys need to learn to do things like this also. So don't have your secretary go and order a dozen of roses for Valentine's Day and expect her to not notice that and be very happy and jump all over up and down because you spent over $100 the last day buying a dozen of roses. That doesn't take you anywhere. There's something like this, and you can hang it on the door. So when he comes, the first thing that he sees that there is a message. And then and then you can have a frame like this and write a note and put it by his bed or on her side by the bed. And then just put a rose next to it. It doesn't have to be a dozen of roses. See, right now you can even just do a rose petal. That will say the same thing. That adds so much. Just see, without and with. These are the differences that we can make in each other's life. So you don't have to go all the way and spend the last minute, because the roses are expensive on Valentine's Day. It's the last minute, and buy a dozen of roses and then come home and then be mad because she did not receive it well, And candle, if you want the house to smell good, please don't use any of those spray, whatever, the fragrance that they sell. Put some cinnamon in the water and boil it. Put some bay leaves in the water and burn it. Use some candles. Okay? If you are into red and you want to use red, this is a red tea candle, but don't use this. Just use the candles. See what difference it makes? With or without. That says a lot more. That says more. Or just like here. But the problem is that this is going to drip. So if you want, you can put it in a candle holder like that. Flowers. These are all accents that you can have through the house to make somebody feel that he's loved, okay? But just make sure that you work toward this. All from the time that you see this video till February 14th, work on this. Try to show him or her that you love them for who they are. After all, you're in a relationship, and that is what it is all about. Use some red wrapped candies. Get a jar like this. I got this in dollar store. it doesn't take much. To show if you truly care for somebody. And that's okay. If this, just let these, you can put this on the table. That could be your centerpiece with some of these right around it. This is another thing that you can do. Just a clear glass. If you have a nice handwriting, you still can write on this. That's how you feel about your partner. I have, for instance, there are tapes like this that it says love or whatever. This one I have, the one I have, it shows smile or it says enjoy. I'm just using this as a sample so you'll see. You know, you put something like that, of course. You can also write on these. I want to take this red part off. The candles that you use, make sure that there are candles that have a good fragrance. And if you go to my website, you will see that I have appetizers, I have food, I have, if you have just joined, you may not have received all those, but if you have been there, you'll see that I have recipe for everything. So you can start with a nice appetizer, the drink that your partner likes, and then the nice dinner. You can fix what he likes, not what you like. You know, or what you both enjoy and like. And also you can have a nice dessert. The dessert doesn't need to be something fancy. You can buy just a small, you know, just a cake and decorate it. And for you guys, if you want to gift something, just look at this. Very simple. Very easy. I bought this $1. Now, since this is white, I'm going to use a red ribbon. See, you can either put one of these. You can put a flower, you can put a candy or something, you know, that you think she would like. These are my dry flowers. Okay, but this could be here. You could put this, or you can write your card and put this with your card, put it on the bed, whatever. It all depends where you want to end up. So make sure that your whole goal is that you have a lovely day. And however, whatever, you know, it all depends. It's in your hand, and you can plan your day. This morning when I got up, I said, wow, what a beautiful day. I'm going to make today a beautiful day. And that's what you need to say every day. When you get up, I'm going to make it a beautiful day, because then by saying that, you feel that it's in your control. You really can do something about it and make it a beautiful day. Okay, and then you've got the entrance is all done, and then he comes in, and then you will have where you're going to have dinner. If you have a fireplace, you like to sit on the floor, put some pillows and light up a lot of candles and the drink, and then have your dinner, and then have another frame or something with a nice coat or just a picture. Have, for instance, use the picture that you've had, or if you've gone together, let's say you've gone to the beach and you have collected some pebbles, just put that picture that you have in a frame like this, and put these pebbles here, something that he knows where you collected those. See, that brings back a lot of good memories. That shows him that you haven't forgotten that day, or shows her that you care, without spending all these things it was less than $10 that I spent on these. So with something around $50, you really can give him a beautiful day, and he can do the same. So you don't have to go out of your way. Now, let's say that we want to give a gift. And if you go to my website, as I said, not only you can see the recipes, you can see the gift wrapping. I show you how to wrap a card there, and all this. This is the time that you're going to use your talent and your creativity, and without spending a lot of money, you can really impress your partner. Okay, if you use a red wrapping, make sure that you don't use a red ribbon. Okay, and now I'm going to, let's say this is a box of candy, and I'm going to wrap this for you to show you how you need to wrap it. You can use different wrappings, different colors, something that just gives a feeling of that you care for someone. I dry all the flowers. This is a dry orchid. You can use this also. I'm going to wrap this to show you what you always use a solid color. And what you need to do, you make sure that what you do is without expectation. So while you're wrapping this gift, don't go all over the place imagining, okay, what do you expect him to do when he gets this? So then you will be all excited that he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and he will do none of them when he gets it. Then you'll be disappointed. Just do it for your own heart. Do it for something that just giving it. See, I am giving how much I love you guys, because I am giving you my life by spending time showing you all these. It's my life that I'm sharing with you. So imagine that you're here to give, and don't think about what you will get in return. That will come after. Okay? And then we're going to wrap this, make sure that all the seams are nicely done. I've shown you that before. You fold this here. I'm doing it fast because we don't have much time. And so it's all about love and how much love that you have that you want to share. Okay, now I'm going to use this gold ribbon. It's important. It's important that you really show where you're coming from, because in everything that you do, you can see a reflection of your feeling. So don't do it because you have to, do it because you want to. See what difference does it make? This is all the time that you're putting into this. Everything that you do. It's all about love. Everything that you look here shows love. Nothing else. It doesn't show how much money you've spent. You're not trying to impress someone with them, how much money you've spent, and you just show him that I did not spend any money, but I've spent the time that I spent on thinking of what I can give you. That is what love is. So if you have any other questions, you can email me. You still have time to ask me any question that you want. Just please keep in mind that love does not grow on tree. You have to work for it. And sometimes you have to work very hard to prove to your partner that you really love him and you really care. It takes a lot of effort, and do it if you really want to be in his or her life. The only way to keep your place is to earn it. Okay, so make sure that you express that. Make sure that you start the love from now, showing, being tender, caring. Don't try to get even if he's mad or she's mad. You get even the next day by saying something. So because you want to fall, you don't want to fall behind. Care and respect yourself and respect the love that you hold in your heart. Have a very happy Valentine's Day, you all, and I love you all. Thank you.